Alright, here it is. New gasket, old motor, new engine. What I've done is cleaned up all that inside. That was all gunked up from the EGR valve. That's garbage, that. Anyway, put the new gasket on, as you can see. It's very simple. Literally holding this phone in one hand, thing in the other. Yeah, that's what's inside. Just you can undo all the bolts, leave these 4 down here on. Just undo all these ones around here, and they also do go into the block as well. But you can, if you leave those at the bottom in, you can take this one off, leave the bottom half in, not crack any of those gaskets. Just open this up, clean inside. But every time you do open this, you will need a gasket. It's too thin and flimsy. That gasket is too thin and too flimsy. If you've had it torqued down for a while, and you crack it, lift it up. Well, I've never actually cracked one and not well, I've never cracked one and not had a good gasket at the end of it. Or should I say, I haven't had my first coffee. It's first thing in the morning here. That gasket will be stuffed every time, unless you're bloody lucky, when you separate the manifold. So order one on eBay. Paid like 30 something. This also came with the throttle body and one of the water jackets. You've got 2 of those. One's metal, one's paper. Don't know why, but I reused the metal one, and I made one out of paper, like gasket paper, and wet sealed it. Wet sealed a pair of them. I don't know what the go is, but they give you a metal one with the motor, and you only ever get one paper one every time you need to take the bloody front off. So don't ask me why, it's just that's how it is. Yeah, so if you need a gasket, yeah, it's very straightforward. As you can see, those bolt holes, it does actually go right the way through. You see 1, 2, same deal again, 2 at the front, 2 at the back. Yeah. Well, actually, the front 2 don't go all the way into the block. I haven't tried this, but I suppose if you had to take the manifold off, and I'll put this down, or put it on there, because it's going on there now. They don't go in the block. If you haven't ordered a gasket, or you don't have the money, those gaskets in there seem to survive pretty well. You know, you can. I think you can reuse them a few times. So I've put the new ones on. I suppose you could take those two out, leave those in, so you don't actually separate it, so that gasket stays in place. Then just undo the 4 bolts, and that would be this intact, and those gaskets, they're pretty good. They're solid. They'll stay intact. And I'm literally just working this all out as I go along. But I've got a new gasket. That's what I've had to do. So it's there. I'm happy, and I can get on with a few more things, which is basically just put the clutch on. couple more things just go on, just fiddly little things, and actually just put the engine in the car. And I don't want to drag this out. I'll do a quick run through in another video of what I did, because last you saw that had everything on it. This wasn't here. You probably saw the clutch video, the spigot bearing removal video, which the bearing didn't survive. No, it didn't. Once the grease pushed this way on the bearing to push it out, the plastic between the inner and outer rings that hold the rollers in got squashed, and it was virtually tight and stuck. So I took that bearing into the shop, ordered one, paid the $53. I might pick it up today if it's there. And I'd already asked on eBay, or like I found XCD and asked them if they did the bearing. They didn't reply. Ordered the bearing, got back. I paid $53 for this bearing. Got back, and XCD said, "Yeah, we could do on $25." You're kidding. So I've learnt my lesson. Get online and see XCD. They might be able to do you a bearing on its own for around, give or take, $25, and that's Australian figures. Yeah, this is Australia here, so yeah, in my currency, $25. So I don't know what that would be for you, but for me, that's what it was. Anyway, so next video will probably be, well, a few interesting ones. But for now, I've got a lot to do, so I'll call it there. And yeah, thanks for watching.